everybody, it's Jackie. Welcome back to my channel. Today I just have a fun experiment video. I am duping the Natasha Denona Pastel palette, which was leaked about a month ago on Trendmood's Instagram. And luckily I was able to see that picture before it was deleted, and I got a screenshot of it. And it was recently released, so now it's okay to talk about it. But I'm just going to dupe it from my Instagram screenshot and my Colourpop 9-pan singles. Check out my playlist for more Colourpop. I duped the Natasha Denona Circo, Loco, and several other palettes using Colourpop. If you have Colourpop 9-pan palettes, you can dupe just about anything. But this is the Natasha Denona Pastel palette. It is a $65 midi palette, and it's perfect for spring. I'm not sure if I'm getting it or not because I've kind of duped it. Plus, I have a lot of similar ones. So let me show you what I did just to have fun. And if you're wanting the Natasha Denona Pastel palette and you can't wait either, then you can make your own like I did from Colourpop. So these are all Colourpop singles from different 9-pan palettes, and I'm going to go through it if you'd like to see how I did this. But I did recreate the palette, and so who knows when it's coming out in the United States. But if you want to have a lot of fun and make your own, you can start enjoying it right away like I am. So I did do today's look with it, and it is pretty much an Easter egg type palette. I've used the pinks, the greens, the yellows, the blue, and I had a lot of fun. First thing is I wanted to show you a couple shades from the Natasha Denona Tropic palette, which has long since been discontinued. This was her first palette in the plastic packaging. I still have mine because I'm a collector and I absolutely love it. But you will find the shade Limoncello in the new pastel palette, and you'll also find Mint Frost. Those are exact dupes, but this peach colored matte here does look like the Bellini shade in her new palette, and there is a berry shade that kind of looks like this. So yeah, so this is a great springtime palette as well. It got a lot of bad reviews, but I was on the side that loved it. So let me show you, again, this is my, you can see how there are kind of similar shades with the old Tropic and the new, excuse the glare, but that's the best I can do without owning the palette. Also, compared to the Circo Loco palette, it's kind of a washed out version of Circo Loco, but there are a couple similar shades. If you'll notice this baby pink and the light blue, you do have some. Now this is definitely not a springtime. Well, you could use it. You can use whatever you want whenever you want. It doesn't matter. But anyway, Circo Loco, which is also limited edition, no longer available on Sephora. This was a $129 palette. I finally did break down and buy it, and I did do a dupe video on this too with Colourpop. So if you're interested and didn't pick it up, you can check out my playlist where I duped this video with Colourpop as well. So that's kind of fun. Yeah, so let me show you what I did. And again, my arm swatches. I think it, you know, if you're, I don't think you need to buy it if you've got some Colourpop. Colourpop is so great for just being able to, you know, take apart, and you could build your own palette and see if you even want to buy something. For this video, I did use Just My Luck. And usually Colourpop's having an 80% off sale. I know you can get a bundle of like 6 of these for like $56. I used the center shade from that as my chartreuse lime green shade. From Orangey Glad, I got my peach shade for Bellini. I got that right there. Out of Blue Moon, I got the baby blue pastel, which was Moonlight up here. Out of Mint to Be, I was able to pick up 3 shades. And so the whole top row of Mint to Be is in this palette. Blush Crush, which was it hasn't been out that long, but it's a pretty recent Colourpop palette. I was able to get a couple of the light pinks from Blush Crush. From Club Cabana, I love Club Cabana. It's such a pretty summer palette, but I was able to get 2 shades from that. And from Ooh La La, I got 3 pinks. So I got the corners out of Ooh La La, another great palette. And then from Limoncello, so pretty. I love this palette. I was able to get a shade here. So those are the palettes that I used. Let me go through it. Then I am going to show you some very close dupe palettes that you might already own. And then I'm going to show you another 8 or so palettes that are perfect for spring with pastels and similar great shades. So let me go over Natasha's shades and tell you what she has named them, and then let you know what my dupe is. So I'm gonna get my glasses, I can't see. Okay, so her first shade is called Tulle. It is a cream to powder pink medium matte. I use the shade Poodle from Ooh La La, and that is my first swatch there. That is Poodle. The second shade, Illusion, is a duochrome. It's a white to pink shift duochrome. I used Papa Bottle from Blush Crush. And that is my second swatch, Papa Bottle. The third shade, Mint Frost, it's a mint metallic, but it's got a bluish tint in the Tropic palette. I used Play It Cool from Mint to Be. And that is my third swatch there. The next swatch, Bora, is a cream to powder matte. It's a berry matte. I used Trove from It's My Pleasure. Next, we have Dainty, which is a pink light satin shade. And I used Enamored from Blush Crush. And that is your top row. Next, on your second row, you have Brisk, which is a matte mint light green, and I used Get Fresh from Mint to Be. So there is that, Brisk. Next, we have Adriatic, which is a duochrome. It's a greenish, well, it's a bluish green, more green than blue. I used Mint Tea from Mint to Be. And that is Adriatic next to that. Next we have Starlit, which is a red-orange duochrome. And I used Copa Cutie from the Limoncello palette. Next we have our Peach Matte, which is Bellini. And I used Zested from the Orange You Glad palette. And then last on the second row, we have the Periwinkle Matte, which is the shade Bubble. And I used Festa from the Cabana Club palette. And that is your second row. Your last row on the bottom, we have Limoncello, which is a light yellow metallic. So there is Limoncello. Next to that is Duet, which is on the bottom row, which is a pink duochrome. I used Tickled from the Ooh La La palette. Next to that is Airy, which is a light baby blue matte. I used Moonlight from Blue Moon. Next to that is Zest, which is the Chartreuse matte, which I could not find a matte. I've got a metallic Mary Jane from the Just My Luck palette. And then last we have Feather, which is a pink light matte, and I use Bikini from the Cabana Club palette as well. So those are my shades, and these are my swatches. That was a lot of fun. It's kind of crazy, but I mean, I was just, I don't know, I wanted to see if I wanted it or not. So let me show you some palettes that I think come really close. And I think the closest overall is probably the Jeffree Star Jawbreaker palette. You can get this over at jeffreestarcosmetics.com, or you can get it at Beautylish. I think it's a $56 palette, right about that way. So here you have got a lot of pastels. You've got the blues, you've got the mint, you've got everything you need, and that is a very good dupe palette. Let me get my tablet. Show you this. There. Look at that. So if you have Jawbreaker, you might not need Natasha's. Another fantastic dupe is the BH Cosmetics Lost in Los Angeles palette. Look at how close that is. And in the BH, you get the added bonus of this purple. But you can get all of the BH Cosmetics palettes over at TJ Maxx and Marshall's on clearance right now. You can pick this up for $6. But that is an excellent dupe for the Natasha Denona Pastel. Here's another good one. Deeper version, which is also very nice. This is the Summer in Saint-Tropez, another BH palette. And this has some deeper shades, but still very nice for spring into summer. So, yeah, you can pick up Summer in Saint-Tropez for $6 over at TJ. So that's a lot of fun. Another palette, which is a nice dupe. However, it's all shimmer and may or may not. I think they might have been discontinuing it. This is the Viseart Coy palette. The Coy palette is one of the original clamshell 12 pans. And I know they just recently redid their palettes for half the size for $40. So that might be an option. But the Coy palette is an all shimmer palette. And that is a very nice palette for spring. You can get that at Beautylish or at the Viseart website. Some other palettes that would be great for spring that aren't dupes, but still really nice that you might have in your collection. The Violet Voss Flamingo palette. This is an excellent palette. Again, I'm not sure if it's still available, but you can buy Violet Voss at their website or at Sephora. But that is such a pretty palette. Let's see how comparable it is. Okay, let's compare the Violet Voss Flamingo palette. Yes, I can see some similarities there. Okay. The Huda Beauty Rose Quartz. This is really, really pretty, mostly pinks and purples with some really great metallics. That's a great spring palette. Kind of expensive though, it's $65. You can get that over at Huda's website or over at Sephora, or wait for the upcoming, when's the sale? March or, hey, I have not bought hardly anything. I've only spent $13 at Ulta this year, and I've bought nothing at Sephora, I don't think. But picked up a few things at TJ Maxx, but I'm just going to my collection. I don't need anything. I mean, this is ridiculous. I can't keep buying and buying. So a lot of my videos, I'm going to be doing rehashes, and I got all kinds of videos planned, and I can't even get them done. So I don't need to buy anything more before I can get done what I need to. But anyways, remember the old Faced Clover palette? Aww. Remember Jared's dog, Clover? Yeah, this is in the tin packaging. This is great for spring. Look how pretty this is. I love Clover. That's a nice one. But yeah, if you still have that in your collection, take it out. Give it some love. That's a good one. And here's another Too Faced palette. Who's got this? It's the Too Faced White Chocolate palette. Woo! All right. So this has got barely any pigment at all. So this is... but it's pretty washed out, but perfect for spring. Very, very subtle. That is your chocolate bar from back in the day. And then this is a good palette from Juvia's Place. This was one of my favorite palettes from them, the Douce. And you can pick this up over at Ulta or Juvia's website. This has got some great colors for spring with the pinks and the greens and the orchid there. But I love that with the white, and then you can deepen it up with the dark brown, use it for a liner. But yeah, that's the Douce palette. And then last but not least, I love this palette. This is Kaleidos. This is the Escape Pod. I just absolutely love the packaging with the, see how it does? The green and the purple, and it's just so colorful and it's just so beautiful. And I really love Kaleidos. It's great. And even though it comes from China, they pack it very well, so nothing gets broken. It's got purple and pink, and look at those gorgeous shades. But that is just, and you've got more metallics in here. But I love that for spring. But that is the Kaleidos Escape Pod. So anyways, okay, so to buy or not to buy, that is the question. I don't know. I've got a coupon I've got to use, so I'll probably pick it up anyways. I don't know. I've got to buy something before my coupon expires, so I guess I'll wait till then and then just see what happens. But anyways, that's going to do it for this one. My name is Jackie. Please like, subscribe, leave me a message. I really appreciate your comments and your friendship. And check out my playlist if you want to see more. I like to dupe a lot of things with Colourpop, so I've got a whole bunch of stuff in my playlist, so check it out. And I'll talk to you soon. Thanks a lot. Y'all have a great day. Bye-bye. Okay. Or not. Man, I've got some serious editing to do. All over the place, man. Okay. Did I just show you the right swatch? No.